Well, with the change of seasons, we can all use a nice, warm bowl of soup to keep us nice and toasty on these days. Colombe Jacobsen, editorial contributor and cooking expert for Recipe.com, is here to show us how to make a delicious, I'm going to try this, Avgolemono soup. Is that right?
Good job.
All right, so what is that, and how is it going to keep us toasty warm?
Well, Avgolemono is basically egg lemon in Greek. So it's an egg lemon soup, and it's got rice and chicken in it. So what I like to do is I like to make this soup kind of towards the end of the week when my pantry's almost empty, because you're using really basic ingredients. You're using rice,
simple stuff. You can use
egg,
leftovers too, right?
Lemon. Yeah, you can use a leftover rotisserie chicken, or if you have any leftovers from a chicken you might have roasted, you can use those chicken pieces, which is really nice to make a heartier egg lemon soup. So first we start by heating up our chicken stock. And you can use pre-bought chicken stock, or you can use homemade chicken stock that you've had frozen in the freezer. I like to do that. I like to make a big batch and then just freeze it in the freezer.
And then you've got it
and then
every
I
time
have
you
it
want
on
to make a soup.
Exactly.
That makes great sense.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by heating up my chicken stock, and then I just want to pull out about a cup of the hot chicken stock. And then I add to this blender, I add about a half a cup of pre-cooked warm rice. So again, you can use a pre-cooked
leftover Chinese food for all you care, right?
That's true, that's true, yeah.
Anything we didn't fry up into our fried rice.
Right, exactly.
From last time you were here.
Exactly. And then 2 egg yolks. Now, we're using rice and egg yolk to thicken the mixture. And rice is a great alternative to potatoes for thickening any kind of soup that you make. So just to kind of know that for other soups, it's a great thickener. So it's going to create a nice hearty soup for us. And I like to make this soup when I'm, feeling under the weather, or when the weather starts to change a little bit.
The brothy soups are nice, but the creamier, heartier soups in the winter and in the fall really, they feel like the thing, like a carrot or
and
potato leek.
And it's a nice alternative to your everyday ordinary chicken soup. And, it's got a little Greek flair, exactly.
Good to cover it for safety. Safety
first. This is what I like to do whenever I'm mixing any warm, blending any warm liquids in the blender, so it doesn't go anywhere. All right, and now I'm all set. Now, one of the things I just want to mention is that the reason we're adding a little of the hot chicken stock to this mixture is because if you were to add it straight to the hot broth over here, you might curdle the egg, and then you'd end up with egg drop soup. So this is a thickening trick. Exactly. So now I'm going to take the remainder of the pre-cooked rice. I'm going to add that to my
put that into your chicken broth.
Your
stock.
Yeah, and then I'm going to add. Actually, we need to add some of the lemon to this mixture as well. So we'll go ahead and add the lemon. And then we'll add the chicken to this soup base. And I always like to reserve a little bit of chicken on the side so you have it to dollop in the middle of the bowl.
Right, sort of like a garnish.
Get a little extra bonus, yeah.
What cooks the egg? Because right now I'm thinking that egg is still raw.
Well, we're about to put the raw egg, back into the pot, and then we're going to warm it.
Got it.
And then as we warm it, you're going to see that it starts to thicken the broth. So you want to simmer it to thicken for about 10 minutes. And you see the pureed rice at the bottom will help to thicken it as well. So I'm going to bring this to a boil and then simmer it for about 10 minutes to warm it a little bit more and to reduce the liquid. And then you're going to end up with something like this. So that's your final Avgolemono soup. So now we're going to add some dill, and you don't even need to chop the dill, right? You can just tear it right off the stems. And this is when I like to get the kids involved in the kitchen. It's a very safe task.
Pull the stuff apart. No knives.
No knives, and they can just tear it right into the pot. And so you'll give that a stir, and then as it warms up more, you'll start to see it thicken.
Okay. And how long are we going to be simmering on the stove? Is this like an all day? Oh, it's just 10 minutes.
That's it. So
this isn't like an all-day event.
It's a very quick event.
Okay, so it simmers down. We garnish it a little bit.
Super easy to make. Super inexpensive. I mean, it's rice, eggs, chicken.
Can we freeze this kind of thing? I mean, obviously without the chicken.
You could freeze it. You could freeze it.
Even
absolutely.
With the chicken?
Yeah, but it's so quick to make that you could, make it.
There's no reason to
order.
stock up on it,
exactly.
right? It's not like an Italian wedding soup where you're chopping stuff all day.
Right.
All right, fantastic. This is a great recipe.
You want to give it a try?
I should give it a try. I just love nice, yummy soups in the winter. By the way, if you are looking for a delicious recipe like this one, you can go on our website, bettertv.com. You can click on the recipe link. You can also find more than 20,000 recipes at recipe.com and in their magazine, which is, of course, on newsstands. And you can make your shopping easier with the recipe.com app. It is available at iTunes and on the Android market. And this, I bet, is delicious. We'll be right back.